Hi everyone, welcome to Jaco Travel Channel. Today I'm going to share with you my amazing experience of visiting Costa Rica, one of the most beautiful and diverse countries in Central America. Costa Rica has it all: stunning beaches, lush rainforests, active volcanoes, abundant wildlife, and friendly people. It's a perfect destination for anyone who loves nature, adventure, and culture. I spent 2 weeks exploring different regions of Costa Rica, and I was blown away by the variety of things to do and see. In this video, I'm going to introduce my top 3 places to visit in Costa Rica. First and foremost, what's the best time to visit Costa Rica? I visited during Christmas. The weather was great. There was some short rain for 2 days and both only lasted for a few hours. As Costa Rica has a tropical culture, it means it has 2 main seasons, the dry season and rainy season. The dry season runs from December to April, and the rainy season is from May to November. The weather can vary depending on the region and altitude, but in general, the dry season offers more sunshine, less rain, and lower humidity. I recommend visiting Costa Rica during this time of the year. The hiking trails are in better condition. If you love hiking, Costa Rica has some of the best trails in the world. You can hike to waterfalls, volcanoes, cloud forests, and more. However, during the rainy season, some of these trails can be muddy, slippery, or flooded. This can make hiking more difficult and dangerous. The wildlife is more visible during the dry season too. Costa Rica is home to more than 5% of the world's biodiversity, which means you can see a lot of animals and plants in this country. However, during the rainy season, some of these animals tend to hide or migrate to avoid the rain. During the dry season, they are more active and visible, especially in the morning and evening. During the dry seasons, the roads are easier to drive on. Costa Rica is not that easy to get around by public transportation or tour buses, so I will recommend renting a car. However, some of the roads are not paved or well maintained. This may make driving more challenging and stressful during the rainy season. We started our trip from San Jose Airport, where we got our rental car and quickly drove to the first destination and my number 1 recommendation, La Fortuna. La Fortuna is a town in the northern highlands of Costa Rica, about 2.5 hours from San Jose or Liberia airports. It's also known as La Fortuna de San Carlos or simply Areno, because of its proximity to the Areno volcano, one of the most active volcanoes in the world. La Fortuna is a charming town that has a lot to offer for travelers who love nature, adventure, and culture. It has a beautiful park with colorful gardens and a large church where you can see the volcano from almost anywhere. It also has many restaurants, hotels, tour operators, and shops, where you can find everything you need for your trip. The main attraction of La Fortuna is not the town itself, but the amazing natural wonders that surround it. Here are some of the things you can do and see in La Fortuna. Visit the Areno volcano. The Areno volcano is an impressive sight that dominates the landscape. It's one of the most active volcanoes in the world. You can see it from different viewpoints and learn about its history and activity. You can also hike along some of the lava trails that were formed by previous eruptions and see the contrast between the barren rocks and the green forest. We hiked the Areno 1968 trail, which is also named Areno Volcano View and Lava Trails. It's a popular hiking destination in Costa Rica that offers stunning views of the Areno volcano and its lava fields. You can choose between 2 trails, The Colada 1968 Trail, also named as Lava Flow Trail, and the Bosque 1968 Trail, as known as the Forest Trail. The trails are named after the year 1968, when the volcano had a massive eruption that covered the surrounding countryside with lava and ash. We chose the Lava Flow Trail, which is the shorter one. It's about 2.4 miles and is strenuous at times, but not as difficult as the Bosque Trail. It has the best views of the 1968 lava flows and the volcano.
It's pretty steep. I need to be careful.
The trail is extremely interesting as you would be able to hike through lava. The hike can take around 2 hours to complete, of course depending on your pace and how often you stop for photos. Visit the La Fortuna waterfall. The La Fortuna waterfall is a stunning waterfall that drops 70 meters into a pool surrounded by lush vegetation.
Look at the waterfall! You can actually swim off her, get closer to the waterfall. It only takes about 20 minutes to walk down the hill to the waterfall, so definitely do it. Look at the view! This is the biggest waterfall and the closest I've ever get to.
You can hike down to the base of the waterfall and swim in the refreshing water. The hike is about 20 minutes each way and is quite steep and slippery, so be careful. Visit the mystical Areno Hanging Bridges. The mystical Areno Hanging Bridges is a park that has 16 hanging bridges that cross over the rainforest canopy. You can walk along these bridges and enjoy the views of the forest, the volcano, and the wildlife. You could see monkeys, sloths, toucans, hummingbirds, and more. The park also has trails that lead to waterfalls and rivers. If you are looking for a place to eat after exploring the amazing hanging bridges and the rainforest trails at the mystical Areno Hanging Bridges Park, I highly recommend the La Roca Canyon restaurant. It is located right next to the park entrance and offers a variety of delicious dishes, from traditional Costa Rican cuisine to international options. The restaurant has a cozy and rustic atmosphere with wooden tables and chairs, and a beautiful view of the Areno volcano. La Fortuna is famous for hot springs because of its proximity to the volcano, which is a source of the geothermal heat that warms the underground water. In 1968, the Areno volcano erupted violently, destroying 2 neighboring towns and killing 82 people, but sparing La Fortuna. The eruption also changed the geography of the area, creating new natural resources such as thermal hot springs. Since then, many hot springs properties have been developed in La Fortuna, offering access to the mineral-rich waters that flow through the rainforest. There are more than 10 different hot spring resorts in La Fortuna, and the hot springs have become one of the main tourist attractions here. I tried one of the top hot springs resort called the Tabacan Hot Springs. It was an amazing experience, and much better than the ones I've tried in the US. The hot springs were fed with natural thermal river that flows through the property, creating waterfalls, streams, and pools of different temperatures and sizes. I spent half a day at the Tabacan hot springs, and it was one of the highlights of my trip. I highly recommend to anyone looking for a unique and relaxing experience in La Fortuna. I have a dedicated video talking about Tabacan hot springs, and it's linked in the description. Enjoy some adventure activities. La Fortuna is a great place for adventure lovers, as there are many activities to do around the volcano and the forest. You can zip line through the canopy, rappel down waterfalls, raft on whitewater rivers, horseback ride through scenic trails, and more. These are just some of the things you can do and see in La Fortuna, but there are many more to discover. La Fortuna is a place that offers nature, adventure, and culture. I really enjoyed my trip there, and I want to recommend it to you. For lodging, I stayed at the Tifacara Lodge, which is super close to the Fortuna waterfall. It's a lovely local lodge that offers cozy rooms, a pool, a restaurant, and garden. The staff were very friendly and helpful, and the breakfast was delicious. Monteverde is a region in the Punta province of Costa Rica, famous for its cloud forests, where the mist and clouds create a magical and biodiverse environment. Monteverde means green mountain in Spanish, and it's aptly named for its lush and misty landscapes. Monteverde is also a place where you can enjoy many adventure activities such as zip lining, hanging bridges, horseback riding, coffee and chocolate tours, and night walks. If you are looking for a place to enjoy nature and adventure, Monteverde is a great destination. Here are some of the top things to do in Monteverde that I would recommend. Zip line at Sky Adventure is worth visiting in Monteverde because it is one of the most thrilling and fun activities you can do in the cloud forest. You can fly over the canopy and see the forest from a different perspective. You can also enjoy the views of the Areno volcano and Lake Areno on a clear day. Zip lining at Sky Adventure is also one of the best and safest zip lines in Costa Rica, especially for families and young kids, thanks to its safety-first automatic braking system. You can choose from different options of zip lines, ranging from 40 meters to 750 meters long and reaching speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour. A zipline excursion at Sky Adventure also includes a complimentary ride on the park's scenic Sky Tram, which takes you to the top of the forest, where you'll find the first zipline platform. From there, you'll ride down a series of cables that zigzag for a total of 2,600 feet back to the visitor center. Zipline at Sky Adventure is an unforgettable experience that will make you feel like a bird soaring through the air. Hiking at Monteverde Cloud Forest Biological Preserve. Monteverde Cloud Forest Biological Preserve is one of the main attractions in the region and one of the most biodiverse places in the world. The cloud forest is a unique ecosystem where the mist and clouds create a moist and cool environment that supports a variety of plants and animals. Moving clouds above the valley. You can see orchids, ferns, bromeliads, mosses, and lichens, as well as hummingbirds, monkeys, sloths, quails, and many other species. The preserve has 11 trails with different lengths and difficulties that you can explore on your own or with a guide. You can also visit the Monteverde Hummingbird Gallery back around the entrance, where you can see these colorful creatures up close. You could also enjoy some coffee and dessert to relax. Hiking at Monteverde Cloud Forest Biological Preserve is a great way to learn about the conservation and importance of the cloud forest and to enjoy its beauty and tranquility. One thing to mention though is do remember to book your tickets online before you visit. On our first attempt, we didn't reserve the tickets and were told that our tickets were sold out at the parking lot. Luckily, we were able to find a few tickets online. Treehouse Restaurant is a unique and magical experience to dine in a restaurant built around a huge ficus tree that grows inside the building. It offers a variety of delicious dishes from Costa Rican cuisine to international favorites, as well as drinks, cocktails, and coffee. I tried the seafood soup, which is very filling and satisfying. It is one of the busiest and most popular restaurants in the area, attracting visitors from all over the world. Night tour at the Wildlife Refuge Monteverde. This is an amazing experience to see the nocturnal animals that come out after dark. It was really dark, so we had to use our flashlights to look for any signs of life. We saw this vine snake on a branch, which is very well camouflaged and can move like a vine. We also saw a cute sloth hanging on a tree and moving slowly, just like the one in the movie Zootopia. It was so cool to see these animals in their natural habitat. The only thing I wish is our guide could be more experienced, as I think he missed some animals that we could have seen. But overall, it was a great adventure and I hope you'll enjoy it too. For lodging, I stayed at Ocatia Boutique Hotel, which is one of the newest hotels in Monteverde. It's a local boutique hotel that offers a very comfortable stay and great breakfast. The staff were super warm and welcoming. If you are interested to learn more about this lovely hotel, check out my previous hotel review linked below. The third place I want to recommend is Papagayo. Papagayo is a peninsula and a gulf on the North Pacific coast of Costa Rica, in the province of Guanacaste. It is quite different from La Fortuna and Monteverde. Papagayo is a place where you can enjoy luxury, nature, and adventure all in one. It is located about 18 miles from Liberia. Liberia Airport is the second largest airport in Costa Rica, and it has direct flights to a few cities in the US and Canada. This makes it easy to access from North America. Papagayo is a stunning destination that offers some of the best views of the Pacific Ocean and tropical dry forest. It is home to some of the most exclusive resorts in Costa Rica, such as the Andes, the Four Seasons, and the Secrets. These resorts are located in a gated community that provides security, privacy, and comfort. They also offer all-inclusive packages, spa services, golf courses, beach clubs, and marinas. The hotels here are as luxurious as the ones you would expect in Mexico. However, people here are more genuine and the prices are more reasonable. I stayed at Andas, and it was really a great experience. The rooms were spacious and comfortable, with amazing views of the forest and the ocean. The service was friendly and attentive. The food was delicious and varied. We tried almost all restaurants, and the activities were fun and diverse. I had a blast. I've previously published a more detailed video just introducing this Andas resort, and it's linked in the description below. If you are looking for even more luxury, there are some new resorts under development, such as the Six Senses, the One and Only, and the Ritz-Carlton Reserve. Papagayo also has some of the most beautiful beaches in Costa Rica, such as Playa Hermosa, Playa Panama, and Playa Ocoto. These beaches are protected by the peninsula and have calm waters that are ideal for swimming, snorkeling, kayaking, paddleboarding, and fishing. You can also see some amazing wildlife on the beaches and in the water, such as monkeys, iguanas, sea turtles, dolphins, and whales. These are some of the reasons why I think you should visit Papagayo during your trip to Costa Rica. It could be a good relaxing stop between your visits to La Fortuna and Monteverde. Or it could just be a good alternative if you are looking for a more Cancun and Cabo-like luxurious experience. These are my top 3 destinations in Costa Rica, but there are many more to discover. However, there's one place that I would not recommend going, Jaco. Jaco is a beach town on the Pacific coast that is known for its surfing and nightlife. However, I found it to be very crowded, noisy, dirty, and unsafe. There are much better beaches to visit in Costa Rica, better than Jaco. Finally, I want to touch on San Jose, the capital and largest city of Costa Rica. It is the cultural center of the country with museums, parks, hotels, theaters, and historic buildings that display the country's history and art. However, I didn't enjoy San Jose that much because it was also crowded, noisy, and too chaotic for me. I would suggest you spend more time in the countryside or the coast, where you can appreciate Costa Rica's natural beauty and biodiversity better. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful for planning your own trip to Costa Rica. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to follow my travel journey and tips. Thanks for watching and see you next time.